Hey everybody, I'm Shanna Ray, and today we are going to break down how to sing Stone Cold by Demi Lovato. So let's get started. The first thing we're going to cover is the vocal fry that she uses at the beginning in the first verse. To access that stone cold, to get there without it being a squeeze, what you have to do is you have to get to the very end of your breath and then say a phrase like, I'm so over it. So practice that with me. You're gonna blow out almost all of your air, and then you're gonna give me a big, I'm so over it, or a small, I'm so over it. I'm so over it. It should feel completely relaxed, nothing squeezing, nothing gripping, just sort of like you could just hang out here and everything is super easy, relaxed. Now you're gonna take that same sensation and start your phrase with it. Stone cold, stone cold. All right, this technique takes a little bit of time, so have some grace for yourself and be patient with this one. You will get it if you keep working at it. The second thing I want you to notice, right before we get to the chorus, you'll hear her do that breathy baby. Stone cold baby. To do that flip and to let that thing be completely breathy, I'm gonna give you a little secret assist there. The secret assist is to sing baby instead of baby. So if I say the B is actually gonna make my voice a little stronger. Stone cold baby. It's hard to stay breathy when I'm using a B, but if I use a P, stone cold baby, and then I stay breathy, baby, then I can get that breathy shift at the top. So when we get to the chorus, I want you to think cry baby. Like go full blown, best imitation you can make of a crybaby. That's the sensation you want. Happy for you. Here's another trick on the ooh. Just FYI, there's gonna be a lot of tricks in this one because there's a lot going on in this song, and even the slightest shift sometimes can make things a little more difficult. So I'm gonna try to give you as much as I can. All right, so when you get to the ooh, happy for, if you go full blown into an ooh, it might actually make it more difficult. Happy for you, might feel like a little pull. So I want you to pucker your lips a little more, like you just ate some lemon candy. Happy for you. That's gonna be a little easier. Now, if you do want that to be a little warmer, you can play with how far am I protruding, how far am I puckering out, and how much lemon candy did I have. I'm gonna demo playing for a second between those two positions and find my sweet spot ooh. Happy for you. And I'm gonna go cry baby. Happy for you. Now I'm gonna go full blown cry baby to the pucker, and then I'm going to cover up my technique and show you how you go from using these prompts to the disguised version. Okay, so here's the full blown, you can hear the prompts. Happy for you. Okay, now I'm gonna disguise that. Happy for you. See what I'm saying? So you go full blown into those prompts, and then you just figure out how to sand the edges and bring it back and hide the technique a little bit. The third technique that you can use, and it's in a few places in the song, is something that I call the trampoline. It's where you use the connecting Y in between words to help you spring to another place. So a couple of examples would be, happy for you, know that I am, trampoline, or me and my heart. When you have two words, and by putting them together, you need the Y, use the Y as your trampoline to assist. Me and my heart. Know that I am. The final thing we're gonna talk about are the riffs. Now, I'm not gonna do a breakdown of everything she's doing in the song. That would take a really long time, but I'm gonna give you some basic tools for when you are working on vocal agility. Tool number one is renew the vowel. So we're just gonna use the if, okay? What you wanna do is make sure that it's if. You've got 6 ifs in there. If you don't renew the vowel, it might sound a little slidey sloppy. If, and I don't hear all of the notes. So you want to think if. Rule number 2, you want to make sure that your voice knows where every single pitch is. A lot of times if I have singers working on riffs or runs and they're missing a section of it, it's because their voice is actually guessing where 1 or 2 of the pitches is and they don't realize it until they stop and break it down. So make sure that you have your pitches locked in. Take it slow, make sure that everything is locked in, and then renew the vowel and speed it up. If. The third thing to keep in mind is lighter will always move faster. So if you listen to a lot of singers, when they're working on riffs, they will have a section of it that actually digs and is a little stronger, and then they'll have a section that shimmers back or that lightens up. Think of it like if you were running with ankle weights and then you took them off all of a sudden. You would be able to run a lot faster because you have lightened the weight that you were carrying. Same thing in the voice. If you've been doing some heavy or full, heavier singing, if you've been creating some bigger sounds like you have in this whole chorus before the if, then you've got to take some of the weight off of that voice so that it can move. Okay? So I want you to think, dig on the if, and then see what happens if you shimmer back. If, and then you dig again at the top. So what if it was dig, shimmer, dig? If, now if I tried to dig all of those, here's what it might sound like. If, and I can move it, but man, that was a lot harder to move. If, the second thing that you can think is as you go up, you can do a little bit of a lift. Not much, but a little bit of a lift of the top lip may help. If it wants to say like, if, and it's pulling here, think as you go up, add a little bit of a smile. If, and then you go back to your crybaby. If happy is high, I'm happy for you. There you go. There's how to sing Stone Cold. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked that video, make sure that you subscribe and turn on those notifications because I'm releasing new how to sing videos every week. And if you're interested in learning how you and I can work together, then check out the link in the description below. We'll see you soon.